And welcome everyone, thank you very much for joining me today in my latest episode. I'm going to be talking transfers, and obviously Robbie, aka God, has talked about the situation regarding Philippe Coutinho. So we'll get his opinion and really look into what he's had to say. But if we all chilled after that match, a point, but it should have been really free, shouldn't it? But hopefully we've got Hoffenheim to look forward to on Tuesday. So I'm going to check out my podcast. I'm going to do a pre-match build-up for that show as well. And all things Liverpool. So check that out. That's every Monday, my usual podcast. And also I'll be doing a pre-match build-up of that show as well on the channel. So if you're a new subscriber, smash that subscribe button. And thank you very much everyone for joining me today on my latest episodes on Transfer Talk and a bit of general chit-chat with Liverpool. But hopefully you're all having a sick day. And really, I've literally just got a ticket for the Crystal Palace game, so that's absolutely fantastic. So subscribe, smash that subscribe button so you can check that out. And yeah, I'll be doing a daily vlog, and I'll try and get a couple of interviews after the match with a couple of fans. So if you're down, Liverpool, come down and send us a message. I'll interview and you can get on the channel. But nice one everyone, thank you very much. And yeah, let's literally talk about coming out of the press today. The Philippe Coutinho saga rumbles on, and in relation to Sunday papers filling their boots of valuation of Liverpool, a third bid in rumoured Liverpool are literally wanting, claiming Barca are prepared to break the £100 million barrier. But Liverpool, the story suggests also Liverpool will do business despite their public statement with a fee of £145 million. Apparently coming out of the press today. I could not see FSG in relation to that story going back on their word. Let me know your thoughts. It'd be very... You've seen what they've done with Virgil van Dijk. I think they will go back on their word on that in relation to that player. But it's a frustrating thing. It's the whole thing with Philippe Coutinho. I want to know your thing. But for me, I'm really struggling to see where we stand with Philippe Coutinho. I was speaking to Sean and a couple of the other lads, and they've got very mixed opinions on him, and I want to know your feelings. But for me, if Phil's just gonna sit there and literally not play, even though he's got a 5-year deal, you've got money sitting there on the bench, yeah, but I want us to... We did miss Phil Coutinho, but if there's players that we can bring in with that money and they can make a very strong impact on this season, yet we don't want to lose Philippe Coutinho's quality, but we can bring quality in. Yet it's the whole thing. Who is out there on the market? There isn't anyone really a standout figure. I want to know if there is that you think, but it's if we've got him sitting in the stands for the rest of the season, I'd rather have the money that you can invest. Jurgen can invest it into a central mid position or an attacking mid or / winger. But I've got two players that I've been linked with today, and that'll lead it on to really. It's Napoli's winger Leonardo Insigne is said to be the first choice, as a reported suggestion the Italian would cost up to 60 million. He scored 18 goals in Serie A last season, but he's very small. I think he's by height. I think he's about 5'5", 5'6". From what I've watched, and I don't know if you've watched him, let me know your thoughts, but from what I've watched, when he's played for Napoli, he's very low centre of gravity, very rapid over the grass. But I think if Jurgen Klopp could maybe transform him into a central mid position, when I've seen this link does make sense. Potentially, he's very much in the mould and the physique in Philippe Coutinho. His vision is not obviously up to the standard of Philippe Coutinho, but he's obviously an attacking wide left player. But I could very much see him being converted maybe to like a central attacking mid in that like midfield three. Because you looked at that match against, I don't know, but for me, I was looking at that match. I've done it on my post-match analysis, but looking when I've had time to think about the match, we missed a very much creative force in that midfield. It was very much sideways and backwards passing. I want to know your thoughts, but we need that when we've got no Adam Lallana, especially with whatever happens with Phil Coutinho. There's no one else in that midfield that has got the creative guile to have the vision and has the balls to actually pass the ball forward in that midfield. Apart from obviously Jordan Henderson doing raking cross-field passes, but there's no one else. I want to know your thoughts. Would you drop Bobby Firmino even deeper and maybe play Solanke up front? There's a variety of options, but we need more quality in that midfield. And I don't want to have Phil Coutinho sat in the stands when you could get 140 or whatever million if eventually Barcelona do budge. But I'd rather, if he's not playing and he's unhappy, just take the money and invest it back into the team, because I'm not having another season, and we don't want another season where it's just wasted and it's another season of what ifs. I want to sustain a title challenge this season. I was going to be waiting next season, and us as fans do not want that. But yeah, and obviously the other player linked today in the papers, obviously he's been linked over the summer as well. Max Meyer is another option in relation to the Leonardo Insigne transfer. A more central option is also claimed to be on the Liverpool's radar, with the German's contract with the club expiring next summer. Obviously, he's only got like 12 months left on his contract. But as I've just said then, a more central area position, a player transfer, Max obviously falls into that category. Me, I've not seen a lot of Max, but there's probably a lot of you when he plays for Schalke. But I think I've seen him when he was playing in the Confederations Cup or like the under-20s, or I've seen him like for 2 matches, but he looks alright. Ideally, would have wanted Draxler, obviously before he went to PSG, where we're linked with him. But Max Meyer, if he won't cost a bomb, but it'd be very good to actually see him in a red shirt, potentially, if we get him for about 20 million. He's very much in the thought process of when I've seen him play. Not a lot, but from YouTube highlights and all that nonsense, he's very much forward thinking. He's forward passing, gets the ball, dribbles, but he literally loves to drive at midfield and defenders. So that's the type of player that I would love us to go after. But obviously the final concluding one, God has had his say. Fowler told in his latest interview, my issue, that statement I'm making, obviously, he talks about in relation to, obviously, FSG, the potential of maybe, they've said that they're not selling Philippe Coutinho, but Robbie is quoted as saying he thinks, really, they've stuck their neck out to FSG and they could not go back on their word. So, he's quoted as saying, my issue with that statement, obviously, with what we said about Philippe Coutinho, FSG, on their website, I'm making it so emphatic by sticking their necks out so far, they really can't turn back. And anything I've ever seen, the club American owners tell me that they have absolutely no intention of doing it. Their decision shows me clubs still hold the cards, even though all the noise surrounding the game these days screams that players are in the complete control. His best option now is to wait until September the 1st. Then play the season for his life, win something, and well, Luis Suarez got his move eventually, he added. As Jürgen said, every player has its price when the time's right. Next summer may be the right time. Let me know your thoughts. Is Robbie right? Could next season be the right time to sell Philippe Coutinho? But as he said there, Philippe Coutinho, come September the 1st when the transfer window shuts, it could be then. Focus on your game, Phil. Focus on Liverpool Football Club. Focus for the next 12 months for the shirt. Put your absolute all in, as Luis Suarez did. He didn't get his move to Arsenal, as I've seen in BC Sports. Gerrard talk about Suarez. They all said to Suarez, just stay. Barcelona will come back in for you. Obviously, he was close to trying to go to Arsenal at the time, but obviously South American players, the dream is to play. You can't do nothing about it as English clubs. If they've got the heart set on playing for those clubs, South Americans, as you all have, basically. My fear is if Coutinho goes, we've already lost another Brazilian in Lucas. And if Phil does go, you're left with Bobby Firmino there. And it's South American player, if he has an absolute stormer of a season, and another stormer of the season after, would he go to Barcelona? I would hope not. But if he got the consistency and the standard, would Barcelona be cheeky beggars and come back in for him? But I never know. Let me know your thoughts on the latest news. Would you think Leonardo Insigne, the Italian winger, could he be converted? I want to know your thoughts. If you've seen him play, would he fit into Liverpool style? And obviously Max Meyer, the attacking midfielder / central midfielder of Schalke, could he be a possible option? Let me know your thoughts down below. Hit that subscribe button. Like this video. We very much appreciate it, everyone, if you could smash that like button. Well, thank you, as always, everyone. Hope you're having a quality day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Check out my channel. Podcast tomorrow, a 50-minute episode, and a match build-up of, obviously, the Hoffenheim game. And, obviously, coming next week as well, a match vlog, a match reaction of, obviously, Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. But as always, everyone, have a quality day, and you'll never walk alone. Up to the heads.